I'm back. Welcome back, you glorious gazobos, to this man's weird face. What's wrong with it? Like, look at that. There's definitely something wrong with that, right? I'm not crazy, right? Like, look at his face. Like, yeah. Why? Okay, I'm gonna stop being confused about why his face is weird. He looks a bit old to be working still. Maybe he owns the place and doesn't have help to work the night shift. See myself standing behind the counter and an unwanted mental image, and a fate that could easily await me if I failed to make it as a professional gamer. Shake my head free of the thought. Make my way to the refrigerated section of the store to fill my fist with cans and bottles. Some of the drinks have strange names, but I'll be damned if they aren't good. I drop them on the counter in front of the old man and briefly make eye contact with him. He seems to recognize me, but doesn't say anything to indicate it. Rings up my drink slowly, not from age or calluses, but because he's in no great rush. The store's empty aside from me, after all. 6,000 won. I swipe my credit card in the reader and depart with a polite smile, anxious to return to my apartment. He looks like he would kill me. Man, this is kind of terrifying. He was less terrifying without the smile. The only top tier players I'm on speaking terms with is Excel. But how would I even approach the subject of getting him to leave his team for a new and untested one? Maybe it would be better for me to simply get a lead from him. If I can't manage that, then I'm left to scour local PC banks and message boards on my own. Whatever, I'll figure this out tomorrow. Now we sleep. And you had to convince her. Seriously. She's been talking this up to me for the past 2 months. It's a big change. Plus, I just met you guys. I'd be hesitant too. Excel grins. No doubt replaying Jet's angst in his mind's eye. Getting in at the ground floor is a major plus. You were in the right place at the right time. If it works out, that is. Excel glances over his shoulder before returning his attention to me. All I have to say is this. As someone that has tried putting together a team for CSGO multiple times, getting people to join and want to be a part of it, really difficult. And then finding people that don't have massive egos but are decent at the so I relate to the struggle. Most teams barely pay their players. Barely pay their players anything. I've got it good for someone my age, but even I have part of my winnings taken for the team's benefit. Ouch. Luckily for Westerners, that isn't a trend that has caught on outside of South Korea. So, can't do it. It's impossible. This word simply will not come. What? Oh. Excel lets out a laugh. Genuine and highly amused. He tries to get his words out, and unlike me, eventually ends up in succeeding. Sorry, match. But no can do. I'm signed with Crash until the end of the year. I'm not allowed to play for anyone else until my contract's up. as expected. Really, it shouldn't come as a surprise. I sigh, fall back into my chair, and rest my palms on top of my head. So I just kind of... This is a weird position. Do people sit like this? Like, I mean, I'll maybe like this, you know, like back of the head. On one of these, kind of relaxed, but who does this? I don't think I've ever seen anyone just go. It looks stupid. I feel like a ballerina. Whee! Oh shit! I would spin, but I can't. My back needs to pop now. I had to ask. Jet's expecting me to pick up our players while she handles the management and sponsorship side of things. Hey, well, I can help you with the next best thing. I'd be thankful for any help at all. Don't worry, I've got a short list of easy pickups. An extremely short list. He clears his throat. There's only one person on it. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Right? Who is it? Ooh, straight to business. Eager for your bunk bed, I see. I trust me, match. You'll want the bottom bunk. You know from experience? Sure do. When I was 16, some up-jumped Brood War clans scraped me from the bottom of the barrel and set me up in their overcrowded sweatshop of a team house. He had to sleep above someone for at least 2 years past a graceful retirement. I've seen solitaire players with a better AP. No, I just wanted to know. No. Shit. I forgot. It's this. Average number of actions made every minute. Top players generally have 300 actions per minute. As horrible as he's trying to make it seem, Excel sounds closer to wistful than bitter as he recounts his first years as a professional gamer. What happened to the team? Sponsor flaked. Team didn't have enough money for legal action. Coach didn't tell us until 20 minutes before rent was due. Someone stole my mouse pad as we were moving out, and that was the end of my StarCraft career. Wait, no, it kept going on 7 years after that and somehow still isn't over. Always forget that part. I actually really liked that. That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that part. 10 out of 10 writing. Excelled. Top Korean Terran master storyteller. Anyway, the guy's name is Stunt. Plays Protos. He's pretty good. But does there have to be a but? I'm sensing a but. It's a small but. He's incredibly cheesy and maybe a Dutch arrogant. And he's a high schooler. But he's good. And why haven't any other teams picked up on him in that case? He shrugs. I get the feeling Excel doesn't genuinely know, but I'm left anxious nonetheless. Still, it's important for me to have at least some kind of racial distribution on the team. Not in terms of foreigner or Korean, mind you, but rather... Oh, okay, I was like, huh? I don't understand. Do you know how I could get in touch with him? I could give you his info for a friend request, but he'd probably block you on assumption that you're some gold seller or something. Best bet is to find him in person at Stomping Grounds. His Stomping Grounds? What do you mean? Where? No, Stomping Grounds. It's the name of a PC bang he's usually at. Another Trek across sail. Yeah, I can't speak words. I've never heard of this place, much less been to it. Excel takes note of my frown and wags a finger at me. What, you fly halfway across the world but can't be bothered to walk for half an hour? Take the subway if you're that lazy. Oh, that's fine. I shouldn't expect this to be easy. Now we're talking. Get going. Now keep an eye out for you, for your next player in the meantime. I checked the map on my phone for a second time after reading the sign for a third. This is definitely stomping ground. A deep breath helps calm my nerves. Seconds later, I push open the glass door and make my way inside. Cue the Rango scene from where he enters the saloon and just a dung. Everyone's staring, just his. Yeah. I love Rango. Rango's a great. I'm gonna watch Rango. Before I go to bed, I'm watching Rango. I might actually stop recording early because Rango. Okay. No one judge my Rango. Okay. A deep breath helps calm. Oh yeah. Pretty much as I expected. Computers, vending machines, tables, and the sound of 24 mice and keyboards. PC bangs are nothing if not similar to one another. With a shiver run down my bike when I realized that the AC in here is cranked up ridiculously high. I read somewhere that casinos pump in extra oxygen to keep their patrons awake and alert. Maybe this place has tried to adapt the tactic to their cafe. A middle-aged woman sits behind the front desk. She glances up at me when I pass by and then returns her attention to the magazines laid out in front of her. A quick scan of heads lined up in front of monitors offer me a few potential stunts amidst the sea of scrubs. By Excel's description, he's short, has bleached hair. I am able to narrow it down quickly and confirm his identity with a look at his monitor. He's in the middle of a ladder match, and he's playing StarCraft 2 with one hand. The other one is occupied with the game on his cell phone. All the same, stunts crushing his opponent with a rush build, and the look on his face, he takes great pleasure in this fact. That's my type of guy. That's honestly like 10 out of 10, because I play tons of games at the same time, except when I'm recording, because that'd be really difficult. Yeah. His enemies ends a salty one-liner before dropping out of the game without a GG. Stunt grins wide and puts his hands behind his head. Yeah, see, behind. No one does. After checking the post-game stance, he glances over his shoulder and spins the chair around to find me watching him. Sup? Something you want? You're Stunt, right? That's me. And who are you? A match. Stunt lights up and stands upright and plants his hands on his hip all at once. Right, you're the foreigner Excel was messaging me about. I was starting to think that you weren't gonna show up. Let's get this bet match going. Hey everyone, the bet match is on. What? Nani? Damn it, really Excel. Before I can attempt an explanation, a crowd of 6 or 7 middle school aged kids forms behind Stunt, and I don't see myself talking my way out of this. That match, right? Yeah, that's me. That's what I'm here for. A foreign girl is going against Stunt. This is a bet match, or is this a bet match or a donation? When will they learn? He's the cafe's best player. Hey Stunt, will you buy me a juice with your winnings? Stunt ignores the peanut gallery and takes a step forward, sizing me up. Judging by his appearance, he looks like he just started high school. I'm almost a head taller than him. Excel said you were down for a 15,001 bet. But come on, you can do better than that, right? How much were you thinking? 25,000 is a much better number, wouldn't you say? Come on, you had to drag your ass all the way over here to play. Let's make it interesting. I like this kid. This kid is going places. Probably to jail, but places nonetheless. My giant cup that I can like fit my face into. That's what, $20 or so? I have to skip a few trips to Gomart, but I can't risk having him turn me down. Okay, 25,000. What are we going to do about maps? Best of 3, right? Nah, best of 1 is fine. My time's too valuable, and in the show of good faith, you can pick the map. Ah, he's stuck. Oh my god. This kid, he reminds me so much of myself. Whatever, at least I can choose a map with a long rush distance. I find a seat computer nearby, though not so close that we could catch a glimpse of each other's screen. A locked window stares back at me as I sit down. Of course, I need to pay to use the PC, and before I can have the front slides in front of me and takes the mouse. Yo, I got it. Consider it an investment for the money you're about to give me. Damn! Damn, this kid is good! I want to smack talk like this guy. My shit talking isn't even on this level. Nor is my cocky. Actually, that's a lie. I'm a very cocky man. When I think I'm good at something, I think I'm really good at something. There's some things that I know I'm not bad at. Like, I would not be doing this with CSGO. I could not even slightly pretend to be this cocky with CSGO. Maybe pool, but not CSGO. As I actually have been practicing my pool lately. It's been going well. Haven't gotten into hustling yet, but I see a future there. He unlocks the machine with a few clicks and the entry of a password. Huh, that works. After I thank him, he slinks back over to his setup. Stunt shares a few confident words with the underage crowd behind him, and then throws on his headphones. I host a game and toss him an invite. It's not long before I'm staring down my base and 6 workers. Favors bad taste in hair dye. Young, untrained talent. Favors unorthodox play. Bad taste in hair dye. Okay. So, no offense, Razzle, I want to say this. His playstyle reminds me much of you in CSGO. I know Razzle probably won't hear this one, but yeah, talking some shit. Except his hair is amazing, much like his thighs. Cannons, 2 gates, 4 gates, blink, proxy, robo, proxy, stargate. There are dozens of different ways that Stunt could end this game early. As a precaution, I scout around the interior of my base to ensure that I'm not being cannon rushed. And as I discovered, I am just out of my vision and range, dangerously close to my worker line. A cannon finishes building. Some losses and defenses are inevitable, but if I handle this well, it should put me ahead of Stunt. It's a gutsy for him to risk a best of 1 on a strategy like this. Practically, all I have to do is scout it to score victory. By macroing my injured SCVs away from cannon shot, I'm able to make the end the rush at a low cost. In truth, it seemed like that was an exceptionally weak attack, but Excel hyping this kid was Excel hyping up this kid for nothing? Nah, man, you just saw this kid kick someone's butt while being on his phone. I understand that the kid he was fighting probably sucked, like really badly, but I don't know. It's like cocky people are usually, like, I understand cocky people aren't always amazing and they're usually overhyped themselves, but usually it's because they're at least decent at whatever they're cocky about. I ended up only losing 3 of my workers by the time his single cannon is dead. Now, where's that probe? There it is. With his probe down, there's no way he'll be able to drop down any more cannons. Still, he's probably planning his next move. I have to decide what comes next. If he's transitioning into something standard, that would be the perfect time for a counterattack. His tech has to be lacking, so there's no way he'll have a strong enough unit to defend a marine attack. And while it seems incredibly unlikely, there's a chance that he might have another attack ready. See, I was expecting another attack on the flank. If I want to err on the side of caution, I could stay in my base and simply tech up. That might give him enough time to get back in the game. I should make this call based on what I know about his playstyle. Okay. So, he's a little down, which means it should make sense to counterattack because he would be down. But, from what she said, and the fact that he plays unorthodox, or goes that we should stay defensive for his counterattack because he's expecting a straight-on attack from us. And thus, I save the game. Alright. So we're staying defensive. Even though I'm giving up a chance to win this game immediately, the safe thing to do is tech up to drop ships. But it looks like I won't need to. My precautionary scout uncovers an ambush waiting in the dark corners of my base. With more than enough units and space to micro my marines, I dispatch his zealots with barely any losses. A cannon rush feints into a proxy gate. Absolutely ridiculous. With his rush routed, Stunt quits out of the game without a GG. I won. Surprise ease too. Hey, I'm a badass. Pushes through the dumbfounded crowd and comes stomping over to me, fury in his eyes. He really didn't expect to lose. You blindly scout this smoke in your base after a cannon rush? Are you kidding me? Who does that? I raise my head defensively and skirt away from the victory scheme splashed across my monitor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. It takes like 5 seconds. And you have a reputation for those kind of builds, you know. It makes a disgruntled sound and stares hard at me. What are you yelling back there for? Didn't I tell you to sweep up the back room half an hour ago? Stop yelling at our customers and go do something useful. Lord have mercy. That one, the woman from the front desk, paint stunt red from across their all. She stares at him for a moment longer before ducking back behind the corner and talk about lousy bosses. His anger replaced with modesty, Stunt scratches behind his head. Middle schoolers have mostly dispersed, evidently destroyed by the cruel realization that their Protoss god can bleed. Oh, this episode's running long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.